What can I say? Hi, everybody. And now I do mean everybody. I mean, the Facebook folks seem to be back now. Yeah, there was something that happened with my restreaming service. Wouldn't let me get out to the to all my destinations for some reason. Couldn't I couldn't edit my Facebook destination, so I tried something a little different, and that didn't work. So I tried something yet again. So the title of the live stream that you're seeing over on Facebook is not quite right, but I couldn't edit it. I'll have to see if I can do it after the fact. So how is everybody now? Yeah, I'd say, as so far we're up to 57 people. That's a lot better than the 15 that I saw before. I'm sorry. What can we do? But thank you for hanging with me. Thank you for coming back. I really, really appreciate it. I do. So yeah, as I was saying, that previous video is not going to be saved for posterity. So I'm going to restart my own stuff and say, yeah, I got a haircut, or I got them all cut, as they say. I just can't resist a really bad joke. What can I say? But yeah, I've been going to the same place for a long time, getting my hair cut, but I don't go there very often. As you can tell, I cut it a lot myself because I'm lazy and I don't want to drive across town. It's very inexpensive. It's only like $20 plus a tip, and they're nice people, and I've been going there forever. And so I kept going there, and I keep going there, and she does a good job. It grows out. It looks great. Although I have to say that she has a tendency to cut it shorter than I really want it. What can I say about that? Yeah, I'll sometimes tell her, well, let's do it down over the ear a little bit more like this, and it's always right up here. I almost look like I'm a military recruit. Not quite. Not quite. So how is everybody? All kinds of people here. We got Martin. Hey, Martin. Martin says, oh, God. It's probably for my haircut, right? Right. Yes. Oh, hey. All right. Well, thank you, Brian. I appreciate it. Very nice of you. I do appreciate it. So, everybody's piling in here. We got James Fields. Hey, James, good to see you. Well, I got a nice haircut. Thank you very much. And yes, you're seeing. If you see my Facebook profile, my personal profile, the name on it now is Robert West instead of Bob West, and that's a kind of another little mix-up thing because of trying to get verified, get the check mark. But so now I have to fix that. Everything needs fixing. Everything's kind of broken at the moment. Oh, let's see. Oh my, I'm missing some comments here. I think I have to look for something. Brandon, yes, lost the mullet. Looking good. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. It wasn't really a true mullet, though. If it was a true mullet, it really would have been super short on the sides and maybe even puffy there at the front, or with really bad bowl cut bangs. That's a proper mullet when it looks really, really bad. But it was looking pretty shabby there for a while, wasn't it? Yeah. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. I have some more questions here. Yes, as a matter of fact, Isaiah, how are ya? Says, I heard the next signing is 5 days after my birthday, February 25th. That could very well be. As a matter of fact, it is. I have rescheduled or scheduled my next one for February 25th, and a couple of people have already popped by the store and bought a few things, so I appreciate you. And while we're on the subject, why don't I just put this right up here? And that's this right here. That's the Streamily store. It is open now if you want to get some autographed items. There are photographs. There are plushies, eco plushes. There's the Barney manga poster. There are cards, note cards from back in the day. So pop by there and say hello. And while we're doing this, this is the commercial moment. We're pausing for a commercial. You can go to Cameo and get a custom shout out on video for a friend or a family member, or for yourself, just to say hello and to, for a little pick me up or something. And those are always fun. I love doing those. I really do. Let's see what else we got here. What else we got here? Yes, we're here. We're here in the fabulous studio. Oh, look, I'm very poofy in the back. Yeah, I didn't see that. That's pretty funny. That's like, I'm looking like alfalfa here. I have a double cowlick. I don't know if you can see it. That's why it looks so open there in the back. I have a double cowlick. It spirals in opposite directions. It's very unusual. Let's see. James says, how much signing pictures do you have left? Oh, I have lots of pictures. I have, as we need new photos to sign, as orders come in, I get new ones printed. I'm actually going to create some new merchandise soon. Hopefully I should have it ready by the 25th, I think. So so there's probably, I think, a couple of non-photo items that I'm going to have. Maybe a book or two that I have purchased or something like that. Yes. Oh, well, Blake, I'm glad you like the music. Get to hear it again. Whether you want to or not, you got to hear it again. Well, here's the thing. What's the name of the music that you use for the start of your streams? Whether I like it. Okay, that is a piece of stock music, which is one of those things where you go to a website and you license it to use it on your live stream or whatever, or in your commercials or whatever you want. And this is actually called, the title of it is called Party On. And it's from, I think it's from Premium Beat. I think it's from that service. If it's not from Premium Beat, it's from Epidemic Sound. I can't remember now. It's been a while since I got it. But I license music and sound effects from about 4 or 5 different services for various projects. So, but yeah, I mean, it's great music. It's real musicians. It's not just like a synthesizer. Although there's some synthesizer stuff that's really good. But I prefer real acoustic musical instruments with real multiple musicians playing them. The saxophones are great. And what they do with this music is they provide separate tracks with different instruments, groups of instruments, so you can recut it and remix it. And I love listening to the saxophones because you can hear one saxophone at a time in this one track, and you can hear the valves clicking as he plays, which is awesome. I love that. Love that. Let's see. Let me look for a question here. Oh. Hey, everybody's saying, look, it's Danielle Vega's birthday. Yes. Excellent. Happy birthday, Danielle. It's so great. I didn't realize today's her birthday. Yes, that's right. Kim from Barney and Friends. And as a matter of fact, I think the Grammys are going on right now, aren't they? If you're watching the Grammys, let us know how that all comes out. I forgot to check the overall schedule of the world before I scheduled this particular stream, before I rescheduled. So I hope nobody's missing out on the Grammys on my behalf. But if you are, thank you for your sacrifice. Thank you very much. Yes. And are we having an issue on YouTube? Let's see. Somebody's asking what happened on YouTube. And I don't think anything happened on YouTube. I think we're back on YouTube because I'm seeing comments and stuff from over there. So I think we're good. I think we're all good. Awesome. What else? Okay, checks in the mail, Brandon. Who needs to watch the Grammys when Bob West is live? This is more important. Thank you, Brandon. I appreciate you, buddy. I owe you one. Or two or three. You're awesome. Yeah, sorry about the false start on the stream earlier on, but you know, these things happen every once in a while, so thank you for bearing with me. So, I want to I think it's time for the behind the scenes stuff. Now, you may or may not remember the Good Day, Good Night home video. Do you remember that one? Yes? Because there's a little bit of behind the scenes footage that I have from that. That's one of the very few, I think maybe the only home video that I have footage from. I'm not sure. But so would you like to see that? Would you like to see that home video? I think we should get it started. My setup is a little funky because of trying to figure out everything else right now, so transitions and stuff aren't quite as magical as they usually are. He said, apologizing unnecessarily. I'm such a people pleaser. But right now, let's take a look at Good Day, Good Night, behind the scenes. Now, I must preface this by saying there's some music in this. And sometimes, you know, a lot of times, if you have copyrighted music in your Facebook live stream, they will beep you, and that will be the end of the live stream. Now, I tested this in a private group earlier with Emmy, and I was able to stream it, and it wasn't a problem. And I think because I'm not actually playing the video, it should be okay. And it's just a little clip, so hopefully I won't get knocked off of Facebook. Emmy will let me know if that happens, but yeah, you'll hear a loud beep instead of my audio, so that's when you'll know. I will hopefully not. That will hopefully not happen. So, all right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. This is Good Day, Good Night, and we've got some crew members in here, and I wish I had. Sorry to my fellow crew members and castmates and folks. I should have put out a notice that said, "Hey, folks, come and see," because we've got crew, and crew deserves some recognition. So, Barney crew and Barney cast and friends, here we go.
Stand by for Flake. Here he comes. He's running.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And here we go, guys. In 5,
That's Eric.
4, 3, 2. Back.
Wait for my go, guys, to turn, okay? I know that was...
No, false start.
And walk.
And here we go. In 5, 4, 3, 2.
Go.
May the moon and stars
Look at him.
sing you lullabies.
Look at her.
May you wave me
With a smile, Angel.
That's Monet.
May you dream sweet dreams.
That's Chase.
And true.
Now we got Angel here too.
We'll be there watching over you.
Throw your fairy dust.
Okay, that's good. That's good.
Right at the
May the
camera.
moon and stars sing you lullabies. May you wave me
All right, so
fireflies. May you
I'll go back. I'll probably play this again and tell you who's doing what.
For we'll be there watching
Throw your
over
fairy
you.
dust.
Throw your fairy dust. There it is. Isn't that great?
And keep smiling, Angel. You
Hi,
got
Charlotte.
any pictures, sweetheart? Just
Poetic.
Throwing her fairy
Very
dust.
poetic.
Hi,
how are you?
Happy birthday,
Caroline.
Merry Christmas, Happy Easter, St. Patrick's Day. Happy
She's
Good
always trying to
Friday.
be appropriate.
Sure.
Hi, how are you?
Hi.
Nice to see you.
Good to see you.
Bruce Harmon.
Former producer of the show, then former director, then a former writer, then a former cameraman.
So you're moving up in the
Former
world.
Gaffer, grip, help sweep. Now it just kind of showed up because I still have the badge because I didn't take it away yet. Thank
Oh,
you.
let's see that photo. That is
focus.
really too close to focus on. Okay, nice. Like that. Thank you. Oh, little animation. Cool. Thank you.
Slight's good, thank you.
Fred Holmes.
And here we go, guys. We're smoking this time. In
That's Eric.
5, 4,
Calling the count.
3, 2.
Go.
May the moon and stars sing you.
Just getting to rotate this way.
Okay. This one, Angel.
Music is really loud.
Morning, Fred.
Good morning, Bob.
How are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
Good. I'm fine, thank you.
I've got that voice.
Yes, you do.
Smile, sweetheart. Let's have a sweet smile.
There's Penny.
Thank you, Penny. You're so considerate.
And here we go.
I
Ready,
got.
man?
She ducked
In
under the camera.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Go.
May the moon and stars sing you lullabies. May you wave me
Okay, let's do it one time.
One more.
Let's print that. We'll do another.
Same thing, Angel.
Stand by. Slight's good,
Lance,
thank you.
Lance, stay a little tighter on him, and when he gestures, let's try a little something where you kind of go in with the hand a little bit. Since we have a print, let's see if it works. Okay. And
And what are you laughing at?
Oh, nothing.
Give us the nod, man.
Larry Allen.
just don't go
Camera
Is
operator.
this one of those image stabilized things?
Yeah, but not that much.
Hi, Larry.
And in 5, 4, 3, 2.
Go.
May the moon and stars sing you lullabies. May you wave me.
Ladies and gentlemen,
David Franks.
David
Boys and
Franks.
girls, use your imagination and welcome
David Franks. Mr. Dutch. Oh, Mr. Dutch. So, David, tell us, where have you been? I want you to
Gosh.
name every city.
I've been everywhere.
Everywhere?
From Fort Worth to St. Louis to Houston to El Paso to Phoenix, Los Angeles, Anaheim.
Cool.
Do it.
You can. Well, actually, we expect you to do an Animaniacs thing, like, a song, and name every single one. Well, anyway, thanks, Dave. Dave. Thanks for coming by. Ladies and gentlemen, Barney the dinosaur.
Woohoo! There he
There he
is.
is, on set.
The BPG himself.
And here is the set. It's gorgeous. Hi, Tina.
That set beautiful. Look at that. Isn't that awesome? Our art department they just rocked. They really did.
There.
Here's Fred again. All right, check this out.
Can you see your shadow at all down there? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I know.
You know what I'd really like to do? Yeah, I'd really like to try to put it right here. If you can find a place. I've got to get way over here. Okay. See if you can just crouch down. 110 is full. See if you can just crouch down there. Let's see what I can do.
Okay, so
Yeah.
this is for an appearance.
One camera.
This is for the sparkly appearance at the beginning of the show when Barney shows up. See, he's wearing this sun visor that the kids are going to make.
We'll put sparkles on it.
Give us a second. We got to get the bounce music too.
No, it's okay.
Yeah.
Behind the scenes video. Woohoo! Isn't that fun? I love watching this stuff. It's such a time warp for me. I get to go back in history and check out all this stuff that we used to do and see people that I haven't seen in a very long time, which is awesome, which is so cool. All right. So, in case you missed it, this is from the Good Day, Good Night home video. I thought part of this the stuff later on, was from an episode, and it's actually from this home video. So, I'm not sure. Yeah, folks. If you're repeating your comments, trying to get me to check the comments for your question or something, it's impossible for me to see all of your comments in the chat. I'm sorry, it really is. I'm a little busy running the show here. Emmy is trying to keep up with the chat, and she will feed me some now and then. Feed me some questions to answer and comments and such. But I will try to get to as much as I can. So, let's see. What else? Oh, you think you have a Barney promo cutout from that video? Oh, that would be cool. Like a standee, like a standing cutout thing. That's cool. Awesome. Yes. Let's see. Brandon Sorensen says, "Who made the amazing background for the outside area? It was beautiful." It is. Like I say, we had a fantastic art department. And I think at one point Jess Nelson had painted the backdrop. I think I'm not sure which version of the backdrop this is, but yeah, I mean, we had a number of people working on the backdrops, and we had several artists working on the backdrops, the backings as we call them, and just they do such a great job. They really do. Painters just amaze me. The folks who paint, the scenic artists who paint backings and that sort of thing, they can make them look just photorealistic. It's really incredible. Let me see what I can find here. That's a good question. Trevor asks, how do they keep those hats on Barney's head still? I think it's lots of straight pins. It's what it is. I think it's lots of straight pins. Just put it right down through the fabric and the foam, and put in several of them. And it's far enough away from David's head, so whoever the operator, the puppeteer, the costume is, that it won't be a problem. But yeah, it's one of those things. All right. Let's see. And now the question is. And Joseph says, this is Bob LaValle's backdrop work. And, that's possible. That is possible. I don't know that he personally painted it, but he could have been the production designer on this. I'm not sure. I have not looked it up. While I'm at it, I'm going to just do that very thing. This is the marvelous thing about being on. Oh, I lost it. It's hard to find these episode names on IMDb, but yeah, it's possible. Bob LaValle, of course, one of our fantastic production designers, amazing talent, and love to love to see all of his work and all of Jess's, and just really, really incredible how our people can just make up, create things out of nothingness and bring these gorgeous sets to life. I love it. Let's see what else here. Got to see what is. All right, let's see what this is. What is this? What is this? Oh, here's a good question. Tristan Fry says, I always thought it had to do with the hook spot that's usually visible on the top of Barney's head. LOL. And that's not how they keep the hats on, though. But yeah, that little slot there where the hook is at the top of the costume, that's always there for being able to lift the costume off of the performer. There's like a pulley system that's over by the Barney dressing area, and they hook it up, and then they pull it up, and the costume comes right up off of the performer, and that's how that works. And a lot of people don't realize that the way it opens up, the costume opens up, is that there's Velcro on the insides of the legs, and so you just open that up, and then it just it's just one big circle, sort of. So yeah, that works. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. And Lee says, do you remember James Edwards? Yes, James Edwards was one of our crew members for a very, very long time. Did excellent work. One of our fabulous people. What else? Secret revealed. I don't know that it was all that secret. I think it was people kind of already knew, but yes, I love to give away little bits and pieces of secrets. What else? What else are we going to talk about here? What else are we going to talk about? What are we going to talk about? Hi. Can I get focused, please? Thank you. How is everybody? Wonderful, I hope. How about a big group hug? What do you say? Yes? Okay, here we go. Thank you so much. That was great. Thank you, and you, and you, and you, and you, and you. Good to see everybody. I really appreciate you coming by to visit with us and hang out with us and chill. Maybe we'll make some s'mores later. What do you say? Yes? Okay. He always pops in once in a while. He loves to do that. Hello. Okay. Austin asks this question, which was answered earlier, but I will answer it again. Austin, you can go to this place in the world of the web, and all you have to do is go there, and you'll see lots of different photos and stuff that you can do. So it's streamily.com/yes, that Bob West. That Bob West, not any other Bob West. That one. I got a private message from somebody the other day. Apparently had confused me with another Bob West, somebody in Canada, a musician, I think, or a producer of some kind. There was a very famous Bob West in Los Angeles. I think he was maybe a session musician, but he was also a writer, and he wrote was co-writer on a couple of pop hits, I think, long time ago. So yes. Do I remember Brian Epps? Of course I remember Brian Epps. Of course I do. Sure. My memory hasn't gone that bad. Yeah, I haven't seen Brian in ages. And Brian Blevins and Sarah Egan. As a matter of fact, I have some behind-the-scenes footage of Sarah from this episode. So this was only this home video. So this was part 1 of the behind-the-scenes footage from Good Day, Good Night. And I'm going to have part 2 hopefully on my next Planet Bob. And we will see more stuff. I will have interviews with goofing around interviews, basically, with the crew, because we just goofed off so much. We were really, really goofy and had a lot of fun. All right, whatever the questions here. Let me look for one here. Okay. Here's a good question. Blake asks, do you happen to have footage of how they pulled off the coming to life effect? This is something that's been discussed a lot, and it's really very, very simple. Basically, I don't have any footage of it at the moment, but what you saw of Barney, David in the costume, standing up, that was part of it. The first part of it would be we take a camera and we shoot the plush that's sitting on the stump or in the tire swing or something like that, and we lock off the camera, and then what happens is they just come and they take out the plush while the tape is still rolling, and then Barney would step in that place, and then when they say action, camera zooms out and Barney jumps up, and then they put a whole bunch of sparkles over it so that the middle of it, the place where they cut out where the people step in, they just cut out that chunk and make it so it's plush, and then Barney, and then sparkles over it, and that's it. It's real simple, super inexpensive, no CGI. That's all it takes. That is all it takes. All right. Brandon Smith, did Barney have different laughs? That's a good question. Did Barney have different laughs depending on what he's reacting to? Hard-hitting question. Yes. Puppeteers want to know. Well, let's see. I'm sure he did. I never consciously thought about it, but I'm sure that he did because, if somebody was saying something funny and it was supposed to be he was just laughing at some little funny thing that somebody said, then he'd react one way. And if he fell down, I'm sure he would laugh a different way. Oh, stop it! Oh no, I fell down. Or if he's, if somebody made a pun, he'd go, oh, that's funny. Oh, my. So yes, just appropriate laughter. Funneled through this brain and out through the mouth. And let's see, we have another question here. So I hope that sated your curiosity. I don't know that that's a really great answer, but that's about as good as I can get, I think. Let me look for. And we have this from Lee Calder. Did actors back then have understudies? Well, actors on our show did not really have understudies because, because we didn't. It wasn't like we were doing live theater. Live theater, you always had understudies. Have and had people who are swings and people who are somebody will get sick and the understudies have to step in and do that. And we've had a lot of, especially with the pandemic, we've had a lot of great stories about the way people just step right up, step into a role and do a fantastic job, even though they've, never actually performed it for an audience before. That's a tough job. And there are some people who study like 2 or 3 different roles to step into. And I've always had great admiration for people who do that sort of thing. But we didn't have that on our show. Now, I've told the story about how I got laryngitis, and it lasted for 3 months. And Jeff Giddle came in, and he read lines. Jeff Giddle came in and read lines for part of it. I think that somebody else came in, as I recall. We've talked about this before, but Jeff Giddle started, and then I think somebody else continued after he realized that he had better things to do than to imitate me in a booth. Let's see. There's so yeah, I mean, that was about as close as we ever got to having understudies. Although, again, when we had the arena shows, the live shows, the touring shows, there would generally be an actor who would go with, who could do Barney's voice in case the tape broke. He could do the dialogue in case there was a problem with the tape, or he could, talk people through things or whatever. And I don't know that, I think maybe like one time somebody was actually needed to step in when there was a delay in the, in the tape running or something. But otherwise, it all went pretty smoothly. And we had an understudy for the New York City Live, the Radio City Music Hall show as well. But yeah, we've been very lucky. And other than my 3-month laryngitis, we didn't really need stand-ins or rather understudies or anything. Let's see what else. All right. I'm going to look for another question here. Chandler asks, hi Bob, what was it like working with Trevor Morgan, Diana Rice, and Kyla Pratt in Barney's Great Adventure? They were fantastic. They were great. They did such a great job. They were fun to work with, and they were just full of energy, and 3 very different personalities, but they all complemented each other, and I think that showed on the screen. I think they had great chemistry. And yeah, there's so much I haven't watched that movie all the way through in a long time. I'll have to go back. I've seen little clips of it recently, but I'll have to go back and watch it again. It's been several years since I've seen it. Probably 8 years, maybe something like that. But yeah, it just brings back lots and lots of really great memories. Really great memories. And oh yes, that's right. Jeremy's correct. Alan Bruce was the backup for Live in New York City. That's right. And I have some photographs. So there's like at least one photograph of him sitting with us at the voice table during rehearsals when we were rehearsing the show, and rehearsing with Rockettes, which was fun. Scrolling again. Here we go. So many chat thingies. So many comments. This is an interesting question. Are there any lines you had to say as Barney that were embarrassing to record? If so, what was the lines? Love you. Thank you. Bye. Thank you very much. You're awfully sweet. So Jojo, that's a good question. And I would say, no, there wasn't. There probably, I don't recall anything because, it's a show for kids. So you can't really write embarrassing things and for a kid's show. But what was it? I can't think of anything. There were some times when something might be a little tough to say, like a tongue twister or something, but I got through Peter Piper in record time, and I did it on the first take. I was shocked that I was able to do that. It's back in the day when I was young and my lips flapped very quickly. Let's see, who else? Let me see what's going on here. Oh, that's a good question. Daniel asks, is there behind the scenes of Barney Live in New York City? And I believe the answer to that is probably no. There are some still photos, but I didn't have a video camera with me that I can recall. I'd have to go back and look. It was 90. What was the year that we actually did that? I'm not sure exactly what the year was, but anyway, I had a couple of different video cameras, and one of them was stolen when we went to Australia. It was stolen by baggage handlers at LAX, which is really sad. And so there were, not only was the camera stolen, but also some video was stolen that was completely irreplaceable. Video from our tour of Great Britain and Ireland and Northern Ireland, and some other things. I think I probably should have remembered to never leave video that has been shot in the camera bag because it was gone. They had the it's interesting that they took everything. I think they just turned it upside down and they dumped it into a tub or something because everything was gone from the bag. It was just the bag that was left out on the tarmac underneath the the jetway. But anyway, so yeah, I wish we did have some behind the scenes footage of that show because it was pretty fantastic. Released in '94. So Barney Live at Radio City was released in '94. So it was either '94 or '93 when we actually were there. Probably '94, I think. And Boltham says, how quickly can you learn a new song? There were so many songs. Yes, that is a good question. I'm pretty quick at learning a new song. I've always been. I don't read music. That's one of the reasons why I have to be quick at picking up a song, a melody, and such. And so, and I had been singing professionally off and on for a while, doing commercials and doing like Chuck E. Cheese and that sort of thing. So, if somebody gives me a demo tape, a scratch track, I can usually hear it and learn it within 2 or 3, sometimes 2 or 3 listenings, I guess. Some are a little more difficult than others, but yeah. Of course, the songs on our show, Barney and Friends and Backyard Gang, were pretty simple, and a lot of the time they were actually public domain because they were classic, like nursery rhyme songs and such that everybody knows since they're a kid. So a lot of the time it was stuff that I already knew the melody to, so that made it super easy. March 94. Yes. Radio City was March of 1994. Thank you, Emmy. So what else have we got here? What else? That's a good question. Hope says, I have a question. Was everything in the scripts the same as what we see in the home videos and episodes? Would there be deleted scenes in a way? That's a really great question. There are very few deleted scenes. The way we would shoot this show, the timing of it was pretty tight. And so what we shot was generally really close to what ended up on the screen. Not that we would shoot only one take. We would shoot several takes of most things. But it's not like a movie where you go in and you tend to shoot a lot more and you delete lines, dialogue, action, that sort of thing, and make it, change it around and stuff. It's all pretty well set in the script, and when it gets to editing, it's pretty close. Now, my editor friends on the show may want to correct me on that, but I don't think we would have a lot of deleted scenes. I mean, there are bloopers. That's a totally different thing. We had plenty of bloopers, but not deleted scenes as such, I don't think. One of my editor friends could probably tell me if there were many. Hey, what else? Question for me. Hey, we got 85 people here. This is excellent. Hi. Looking for... Aha! Born in March of '94. Well, then, that makes us much older than you. Oh, yes. Well, happy birthday in March of 2024. Awesome. And we have all these questions. Lots of theoretical questions that I can't really answer. I don't know. Here's a question from Renster, who asks, who says, I purchased a Pizza Time Theater Pasquale and Munch last month that I'm restoring. Cool. Do you mean actual animatronics? That's excellent. There are very few of those left. I know just a very few people who have restored those over the years, and boy, what a delightful thing that is that people are willing to do that. Thank you for keeping those characters alive. That's awesome. But yeah, I mean the animatronics. It's funny. I worked. It's like, just as I don't watch the shows necessarily, a lot of the episodes of the TV shows that I make, I didn't necessarily go to see Chuck E. Cheese shows very often. I think I was only in a Chuck E. Cheese like 3 times or 4 times just to see different shows and such. So I didn't go very often. And then we also have lots more questions here about behind the scenes footage. And as I have said before, if you're asking about a particular show or episode or something, the odds are I don't have any footage from that, because I just have very little footage. And I also don't have a list of, I wish I did. I wish I kept a list of which shows I have behind the scenes footage from, but I don't. So wish I could answer that question, but I can't. I'm failing you. I'm sorry. And then we have Joseph Michael asking, what was it like working with Barry Pearl, the great Barry Pearl, on Imagination Island, and also having Julie Johnson on set to play Baby Bop, and Patty Wirtz, of course, to play BJ. All 3 of them, amazing to work with. Fantastic. All great comedy minds. Of course, working with Julie and Patty for so long, we got to know each other really well, and we would bounce things off of each other all the time. It was just really funny. Barry, of course, could be a complete madman, and in a wonderful way. Really great at ad-libbing, and just an absolute pro. I mean, he would give you 1,000% of his energy, and probably some of energy from some other people thrown in at the same time, because he was just, he was amazing. And so glad that we cast him for that, and so glad that he got to do the road shows, the touring shows. I've heard him tell stories about doing the touring shows, and he was happy that he did that too. So glad that the world of Barney and the world of Barry got together. Let's see what we hear from Hope, who says, also I'd like to know, in Sing and Dance with Barney, was the food catered? I want to recreate some of the food. It looked delicious when I was a kid. That's a good question. I don't recall what the food was. Now it wouldn't be catered necessarily. It would be put together by our props department, because food that actors eat is part of the job of the props department, the properties people, and that's, they may actually, they may get something from, like a store, something that's prepared at a grocery store or something like that, or they may make it themselves, or who knows. But a lot of people who are props people are what they would consider, and others would consider, to be a food stylist, which is a very specific thing, a very specific thing for like commercials, and for photo shoots for food and restaurants, that sort of thing. But yeah, catering in our world, in the production world, is those are the people who make the food to feed the cast and crew at lunchtime. And we always had good catering. Good food. And now I'm scrolling again through 5.6 million comments. Yes. All right, let's see. I'm looking for another question here. and say, "Hello, April. How are you? My purple fellow friend. Thank you very much. Nice to see you. Glad you're here." Yes. Yes. Yeah, it was one of my favorite videos too. It was pretty fun. And there's a, I don't know, ghost. I don't know what that means. You'll have to explain. There's often questions come up that I have no idea how to answer. Who is the ghost in the treehouse? I don't know what you mean. I don't know what you mean. Who is the ghost in the treehouse? What does that mean? I don't think there was an episode where they actually had a ghost character. So yeah, you'll have to explain what that means. Let's see. And then we have, yeah. As a matter of fact, Brandon, good question. Is it true that you redubbed Barney's voice after the filming of the season 4 episodes when Duncan Brandon was your understudy? That's right. It was Jeff who came in for when I was sick, and then Duncan came in to read the lines when I was when we were off doing Barney's Great Adventure. Let me show this again. And then while I and David Joyner were filming Barney's Great Adventure. So, yes, that's the way that worked. They would send us episodes of the show that had been shot, and they would have, they would have Duncan's voice on them. And we did what's called ADR, which is automated dialogue replacement. And I would listen to... would have like two pieces of video. One would be the piece of video where the audio of Duncan's voice was on it, and I would watch the video and I would listen to what he was saying. And then I would have another piece of video where that would be muted, and I would say the line in the same rhythms so that it matched up, and that went really well. I enjoyed doing that. I've always enjoyed doing dubbing. It can be a little bit challenging depending on what it is. Dubbing something like anime is totally different because a lot of times the number of syllables that you have in anime per minute or per second are really high because they talk really fast. There's a lot of Japanese syllables, but the English translations will generally have fewer syllables, and so you have to slow it down and get a feel for what's being said. And I think what they do when they do the English dubbing is they try to match the amount of English spoken to the length of time so that it feels natural. It's an interesting process. But anywho, so yeah, that is what I did. That is what I did. I will, let's see. Yeah, folks, I know it's tough to get your question answered a lot of times because it's just a lot of questions being asked. So try not to ask your question more than once per 5 minutes. I think that's what we say, because it makes if you ask it more often, it just goes by and by and by and by, and we can't read anything. So what else? Who else do we have here? And then they have. Yeah, we have questions about the. Here's a question. Which anime did you do ADR for? And so far, I have not actually done any ADR for anime. Although I did audition once for Bang Zoom Studios to do some anime dubbing, and because of things, situation at the time, I wasn't able to do the show. But they wanted to cast me, and do some anime dubbing at the time. But I did not do that at the time, and I kind of wish the circumstances had worked out differently, because I would love to have started in anime dubbing way back then. And that was like, gosh, that was like almost 15 years ago, 13, 15 years ago, or something like that. And I don't remember the show that they were producing. But I'm, I may well get back into it. Who knows? We'll see. We'll have to see. I have to put together a new demo. I've been really busy with doing graphic design for TV and film, and I'm actually working on a new series that I can't talk about because of the old NDA, the non-disclosure agreements. But it's going to be an interesting show. That's all I can say. So, who else here? What else can I ask? What I answer? Let's see. Let me ask in general. How far into it are we here? It is now 7:12 p.m. So I've been going for about an hour with the delay. So, would you like to see the behind the scenes again? If you would, say yes. Yes, if you would like to see the behind the scenes again. I may show it. What I'll try to do is I will try to point out different, well, so far, lots of yeses coming up. Aye, ayes. Yes, 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 please, yes, 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 yes. Okay, I think that's a big yes from everybody. I'm not seeing any no's yet. All right. In that case, let's take a look at this again. And I will let me try to stop and point out different members of our crew, because they deserve to be recognized. So let's see. See if I can play this again. Here we go.
Stand by for flight.
All right, that's Van.
Here he comes. He's running.
Van Smalley,
Good.
who's
Thank you.
camera operator.
And here we go,
that's
guys.
Eric.
In 5, 4, 3.
Who's associate
2.
director on this, as I recall.
May the moon and stars sing.
So we have.
Wait for my go, guys.
That's
Turn,
Eric.
okay? I know that
There's
was
Penny.
No false
Turn
start.
and walk.
Penny, our performance director.
And here we go. In 5, 4, 3, 2.
All right, I'm going to back it up a little bit.
And here we go. In.
All right, so on the left-hand side of our screen, we've got Charlotte, who was a production manager, I think. I don't have all the titles in my head. Caroline, who was assistant to the production, or to the performance director, assistant to Penny. And then behind Penny is Elizabeth Velton, who was our props person, I do believe. And then we have behind, let's see, that looks like Larry Allen back there. Then we've got some more folks coming up here.
5, 4, 3.
And we've got way in the back there, that is Clay. I believe it was Clay Aiken, who was one of our camera operators. And with the headset on behind Eric is Gina, who was our stage manager. I think was her title. Not sure. Some people's titles actually changed over the years because their roles would morph.
3, 2.
There we go. And that's Joel.
May the moon and
Joel
stars
is doing
sing.
Slate.
Look at her. With a smile, Angel.
I love this set. The little city outline. Isn't that fun?
For we'll be there watching over you.
Throw your fairy dust.
Throw your fairy dust. Never forget to throw your fairy dust. There it goes.
Right at the can.
The moon and stars sing you lullabies. May your way be lit by fire.
Oh, that's loud. Sorry about that.
May you dream sweet dreams, good and true. For we'll be there
Clay
watching.
Aiken. Yeah, that was me.
Fairy dust.
I don't remember Clay's last name. Sorry about that. Not Clay Aiken. That's funny. There's Charlotte again. Throw your fairy dust. There it goes. All right.
Poetic.
Sorry, the music was a little loud there. Yeah, not play again.
Good day, Merry Christmas, Happy Easter, St. Patrick's Day. Happy
She's always trying to be
Friday.
appropriate.
Sure.
Hi, how are you? Nice to see you.
Good to see you.
Bruce Harmon,
Bruce Harmon.
former producer of the show, then former director, then a former
That's right.
writer, then a former cameraman.
Bruce is generally known as Camera One, aka Bouvet, B-U-V-E, with a little accent mark. I'll tell that story another time. I think I've told it here.
So you're moving up in the
Former
world.
Gaffer grip,
Gaffer grip.
help sweep. Now it just kind of showed up because I still have the badge because they didn't take it away yet.
There we go.
Let's see that photo.
There
That
it
is like too close to focus on. Okay, nice. I like that. Thank you. Oh, a little animation. Cool. Thank you.
Slate's good, thank you.
Thank you.
And here we go, guys.
Fred
We're
Holmes, our
open
director.
this time. In 5, 4, 3, 2.
Yeah, the
Go.
music is so much louder than the rest of it. I have to work with the volume here.
Morning, Fred.
Good morning, Bob.
How are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
Good. I'm fine, thank you.
I've got that voice this morning.
Yes, you do.
Smile, sweetheart. Let's have a sweet smile.
And Penny Ducks.
Thank you, Penny. You're so considerate.
And here we go.
I
Ready,
got
man? In 5, 4, 3, 2.
Here we go again.
Go.
Make the moon and stars sing you all
Chase's big solo moment.
Same
Oh no,
thing,
that's Angel. Had to zoom in a little bit for me to see.
Stay a little tighter
Angel's
on
moment.
him, and when he gestures, let's try a little something where you kind of go in and move the hand.
So Fred here is talking to the different. And Van is scowling. Fred's talking to the different.
What are you laughing at?
Oh, nothing.
Give us the nod,
Mary
man.
Ellen.
Just don't go out the center.
Is this
Mary
one of those
Ellen.
image stabilized things?
Yeah, but not that much.
He wants to know if my camera is image stabilized because he's a camera operator, and so you ask about things like that when you're a camera operator. I'll go back here. This is,
Stay a little tighter on him, and
Fred.
when he gestures, let's try a little something where you kind of go in.
and he's talking to the cameramen on their headsets.
We have a parenthesis.
So then I like back there in the far background. I think that's Malcolm doing sound, helping Ron Ballantyne, who was back in the mixing, the production mixing, live mixing room for the audio. And I think that's Ken Craig. I think that is the lighting designer. I think I could be wrong. Over there on the right.
And what are you laughing at?
Oh, nothing.
Larry Allen. He likes to know details about my camera.
Is this one of those image stabilized things?
Yeah, but not that much.
That's it. Let's go.
And in 5,
Here we go.
4, 3, 2.
Go.
Can you hear the dog downstairs?
May the
All right.
moon and stars sing you lullabies. May your way be
Music is so loud.
Ladies and gentlemen, David
Boys and girls,
Franks.
David Franks.
use your imagination.
Use your
and
imagination.
welcome.
David Franks. Mr. Dutch. Oh, Mr. Dutch. So, David, tell us, where have you been? I want you to
Gosh.
name every city.
I've been everywhere.
Everywhere?
From Fort Worth to St. Louis to Houston to El Paso to Phoenix,
So
Los Angeles, Anaheim.
Cool.
this is 97. I wonder which
Yeah.
touring show that was.
Well, actually, we expect you to do an Animaniacs thing, like, a song, and name every single one. Well, anyway, thanks, Dave. Thanks
That's
for
a little
coming by.
glitch in the video there.
Coming by. Ladies and gentlemen, Barney the dinosaur.
In the building.
There he is, on set.
Yes. All right, so let's go back here and see if there's anybody I haven't picked up yet. There's David, and we've got Deborah Hafling there in the white jacket. She's let's see, she did hair. She's our hairstylist. We got some other folks in the background. I'm not sure who they are. We've got Aggie on the right, who was in charge of everything. Aggie did props, and she did. I think her role kind of changed throughout the show. But Aggie was with us for quite a long time. One of our great crew members.
Dinosaur.
She's over on the right there.
There he is on set.
Called Aggie because she went to A&M.
It's gorgeous. Hi, Tina.
Doesn't that look great? It's awesome. Very pretty. All right, now we're going back outside.
There.
There we go. Fred leaps into action.
See your shadow with all that? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I know.
You know what I'd really like to do? Yeah, I'd really like to try to put it right here. If you can find a place. I've got to get way over here. Okay. See if you can just crouch down. See if you can just crouch
So again,
down
this
here.
would be the second half of that appearance effect. We've got, we shoot the plush, and then the camera gets locked off. It's usually camera 1, and then Barney steps in. The plush gets taken out, and then Barney steps in, and then we restart, say action. Barney jumps up, camera zooms out, and that's when we cut out the middle part where somebody had gone in and taken out the plush and just put a bunch of sparkles over it, and you never know that there was cut underneath there. So, and Barney goes up.
Well, it's just for one camera. I would say one would be fine if you've got two.
It's the appearance with his fancy visor on.
That's not bad. Sure.
So Fred's looking at a monitor to see how
We'll
it
put
looks.
sparkles on it.
Yep, he said we'll put sparkles on it.
No, it's okay.
Time for squats. I love that. So good. So good. So yeah, that was the second time through. I love watching that stuff. Oh yeah. Gorgeously designed. I wish my room looked like that as a child. Well, it is very put together, isn't it? Very designed. The palette is limited and it's very uniform across the entire room. And yes, very, 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 very pretty. So yes, I just wanted to show you that video because I could not help it. Like I say, this is part 1, and I've got a part 2 coming at you soonish, and I will schedule my next live stream, my next Planet Bob. Probably, it may be before. I'm thinking it'll probably be before the Streamily signing on the 25th. I'll probably stream at least once for Planet Bob before then. So let me take a look at my calendar, and I will put that. I'll put that schedule together, and I will notify you through an announcement. And Emmy was telling me I haven't told the Bouvet story. I thought I had told that on an earlier stream, and that is Bruce Harmon, our camera 1, was working. Apparently, I think he was working at a stadium because he's done a lot of sports, tons and tons of sports over the years. So he's shot, football and baseball and all kinds of stuff as a camera operator. And he was working someplace, and there was like a call sheet on a bulletin board wherever he was working, and it listed the camera operators. And there was somebody had handwritten this list, and somebody comes up to the board and looks at the list and says, "Who's this Bouvet? Who's this Bouvet?" It's or Bouvet, and everybody looked at the list and goes, "Oh no, that's Bruce." The handwriting was a little goofy, and the name stuck. He became Bouvet or Bouv, which is B-U-V with an E with a little accent on it. So if you hear us calling him Bouv, and I did during the video, you'll know that's what it was. That name stuck pretty much forever. I think people probably still call him that. I love that. So, all right, ladies and gentlemen, I think it's about time for me to go and to allow you to sleep or eat or both at the same time if you're really talented. and to see you later. I hope everybody had a good time. Let's put up these again. Remember, this is where you can go for autographs and stuff. Streamily.com/YesThatBobWest. And if you want video shout-outs, you can go to cameo.com/YesThatBobWest, of course. And then always remember, too, that while you're on Facebook, you can like the video and get notifications and like the page as well. And on YouTube, like the video, subscribe, get notifications. Over at Twitch, you would do a follow thing and get notifications there. And that way you will know the next time I am going to hopefully live stream without having a hiccup the next time. Have to figure out what's going on with Facebook. I think there are problems with my page. So thanks for coming, everybody. As always, we really appreciate it. Yes, we do. Thanks for being here. Boy, oh boy. All right. Remember, we love you. Bye. Woo. And we are out of here. Bye.